Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, my name is Masayu Qeany Askadianti, and today I will be presenting about a book titled The Secret Kingdom Sugar Sweet Bakery by Rosie Banks. There are two segments to this presentation. First, there's the introduction, and then there's the literary elements, which I will be explaining later. Introduction. The author of this book is named Rosie Banks. She was in her late 20s when she wrote the series. She grew up in a small village in the Southwest, and she spent her childhood dreaming about magical creatures and faraway lands. Now, a little summary about this book. Ellie, Summer, and Jasmine are excited about visiting Sugar Sweet Bakery to watch the annual contest. But soon, evil Queen Malice and her horrible storm sprites arrive to spoil the fun. Can these girls find a way to save the competition and get the silver spun sugar they need to help King Mary? Now, let's move on to the literary elements. First is the setting. The first part of the story takes place in Honeyvale Park, where Finn's birthday party takes place, and where the girls find a message from Trixie. It was a beautiful summer's day. The beautiful sky was dotted with fluffy clouds, and the sun was shining down on Honeyvale Park. Page 1. The next part of the story takes place in the Sugar Sweet Bakery, where the girls compete in a baking competition to get the silver spun sugar for their counter potion. It was a huge gingerbread house. It had licorice window frames with brightly colored boiled sweet glass. The window boxes were made out of hollow candy canes, and sugar flowers were stood inside them in marzipan pots. Page 27. Now, moving on to the characterization. First, there's Jasmine Smith. Jasmine Smith is a confident and brave girl with straight dark brown hair that is tied into a ponytail and has darkish skin. She has hazel-colored eyes, and she is of Indian descent. Next, Ellie McDonald. She's a creative and humorous girl. She has a pale freckled face and short curly red hair. She has green eyes that appear to be twinkling. Summer Hammond. Summer Hammond is a quiet and timid girl who gets scared very easily, but she is very thoughtful and caring. She has long blonde hair with a fringe, and in this book, her hair is tied into 2 braids. Now, the theme of this book is fantasy fiction. This book is about the value of friendship and kindness to others. It tells the tale of Ellie, Summer, and Jasmine's adventure in the secret kingdom to find the ingredients for the counter potion for their good friend, King Mary, with the help of their little pixie friend named Trixie. Now let's talk about the moral value. The moral value that we can get from reading this book is that working together and getting along can improve your work ethic and increase your relationship with the people you're working with. Another moral value we can get from this book is that friendship and kindness can help people and bring them together to help more people. So now, in conclusion, in my opinion, the story is pretty good and it has a fun storyline. The plot is fun to read, the characters are interesting, and the text is also very easy to read so children and adults can understand it. I think it's just people who like fantasy fiction novels that aren't too complicated to understand. The book is fun to read overall, and I think the target audience are 6-year-old children and above, but I'm sure that some adults would enjoy reading this book as much as kids would. Thank you for tuning into my presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.